The Dew Collector in version 1.0 of 7 days has had some updates, so we're here to see what's new and how it all works. Firstly, you still unlock the Dew Collector by reading one Forge Ahead magazine. Once it's unlocked, the crafting recipe is 100 scrap polymers, 4 short iron pipes, and 4 duct tape. You'll notice that the water filter that we needed in Alpha 21 is no longer a requirement to craft a Dew Collector. The reason for that is the Dew Collector now produces murky water by default and has mod slots, and the water filter is now one of those mods. We'll get into that more later, but let's take a closer look. These mods are not craftable, by the way, but you can get the Gatherer mod as a tier 1 completion bonus if you don't choose it as a reward. I noticed during testing that it started appearing in the trader inventory around game stage 15 or after player level 10. The tarp started appearing after game stage 26, and the water filter after game stage 36. These are by no means scientific numbers, this is just what I noticed when I was testing. It's possible it's also tied to player level. I did notice the Gatherer appeared in the trader inventory after I was level 10, the tarp appeared after I was player level 20, and the water filter appeared after player level 30. But either way, you'll see them as you progress through the game. So as I said, you can get the Gatherer as a quest completion reward at tier 1. I didn't see these two as quest completion rewards, but as mentioned, they do appear in the trader inventory as the game progresses. I am informed as well that there's a rare chance to loot these items from destroyed Dew Collectors that you find out in the wild as well, in POIs. So let's look at what these mods do. This right here is the Dew Collector in its basic state. As you can see, it'll just collect murky water one at a time. So that's your standard Dew Collector. You craft it, you put it down, and it collects this for you. You'll get 3 murky water across the course of a 60-minute day usually. So that's that. So here are some Dew Collectors that I've already put down with the mods in to test what happens. So this first one has the water filter mod. So this filters out the murky bits, leaving the water safe from illness. As we can see, what this does is it just collects normal clean water for us. That does appear to be the more end game of them. They're still available, you know, like I said, after game stage 30 or player level 30 roughly. The next one is the tarp, which increases the amount of water collected each day. As you can see, this just drops in 2 at a time, stacks them nice and neat for us. So that, you know, increases your output across a 60-minute day. You'll expect to get 6 water rather than the 3 we were seeing back there. Thirdly, we have the Gatherer. So this increases the rate of Dew collection. Now, all this means is that you'll have these at a quicker rate. Instead of emptying the Dew Collector once a day and getting 3, you'll probably empty it twice a day and get 6. That's pretty nice. So that, with all 3 of them combined, we'll end up with this. 6 clean drinking waters twice per day roughly. So that's pretty handy. And pretty good stuff right there. I like those changes actually. Now let's address water generally in version 1.0. So it does not look like glass jars are ever coming back. So if you're struggling for water in your save, I recommend looting every single fridge, cooler, toilet, store shelf, anything like that that you can find in your game. Murky water really is quite a common item, and if you ensure you loot the right places, you can easily come back with over 10 jars of murky water after a day's questing or looting. You will need a cooking pot to convert the murky water into clean water, but you can loot a cooking pot from cupboards or ovens or sometimes on worktops. If you haven't looted one, you can buy one from a trader for 600 dukes, or if you're even in the strange position of having a forge before a cooking pot, you can even craft one in the forge. Once you have a cooking pot, water should be manageable in a single player game. Just loot your murky water and convert it at a campfire. You don't even necessarily need the Dew Collector, but that will help. The water purifier mod is also still in the game. I looted one on day 2 in my save from a tier 1 loot container. The traders also sell them and offer them as rewards. So with this mod installed in a headpiece, you can drink unlimited water directly from the water source. Just make sure you have nothing equipped in your hand, and then wait a few seconds until the press E prompt appears, and then drink away. If you fidget and move around a lot, it won't appear. You have to stay still for a few seconds. So if we come down here and look at this water, I don't think I have the mod in here, so I will damage myself, but you can see it says press E. But if I come down here and I'm like, oh, I'm not getting it, why aren't I getting it? It's unlikely to appear. So, as you can see, that's damaged me because I don't have the mod. So that's the danger. You can drink directly from a water source, but without the water purifier mod, you do lose hit points. With the water purifier mod, however, you can just drink and drink and drink and drink and drink, unlimited. It basically just stops water ever being an issue again. So if you're lucky enough to find that early game, that would really help you as well. So hopefully that helps you if you are struggling with water in the game. At first, I was unsure about the mods for the Dew Collector being locked behind game stage and, not being immediately available. But then, as a player base, the 7 Days to Die player base generally has been asking for more late game content for a long, long time. So if this, along with the new challenge system, are things that give us things to strive for and achieve and give us goals to obtain in the mid to late game, I think personally that's only a positive thing. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe for more 7 Days version 1.0 content. Thanks for watching and have a good one.